and their breed found a new purpose in the 20th century, serving in the military and police forces. Thank you for the gift, old school, Miss J. Rottweilers are considered to be the blank dog breed. The blank dog breed. Is it the 9th smartest? Is it the 72nd smartest? Is it the 3rd smartest? Or is it the 6th smartest dog breed? Are they the, oh, I see 72nd. That is not correct. Is it the 3rd? It is not correct. I got 6 and I've got 9. Who's going with 6? I got 6. Nope. That means it is 9. Yes, it is. Thank you for the gifts, me. Rotties are in the top 10 when it comes to smarts for a dog breed, ranking 9th out of 138 different dog breeds in Stanley Coren's The Intelligence of Dogs, which represents a ranked list of breed intelligence based on a survey of 208 dog obedience judges in North America. Did you know that? So they're pretty smart. All right. Which classic horror picture film, features a pack of wild Rotties? Which horror feature film features a pack of wild Rotties? Is it The Shining? Is it The Omen? Is it Rosemary's Baby? Or is it The Exorcist? I see Cujo. That is not a pack of wild Rotties. Okay, The Omen. Who knew that? One of you said that with authority. Okay, it was Savage. Okay, Savage. I see you saying it with in The Omen, which was out in 1976. By the way, 1976. A large Rottie first appears near the Thorne home during Damien's 5th birthday party, just before his nanny hangs herself. Later, the Rottie explores an ancient cemetery, and then basically the pack of wild Rottweilers are there, and they're also called hellhounds. Yeah. Okay. What? Some of you may know about PSI. I'm not talking about ESP right now. This isn't Crack and Whip show on Sunday nights, okay? I'm not talking about the ESPs and the E-aliens and stuff. I am talking, though, about the PSI, not the personal security information. This is pounds per square or pounds per pressure per square inch, okay? Pressure per square inch. Apply some pressure, okay? How much bite force, right, can a Rottie exert? A Rottweiler dog exert? Yeah. Are you biting the air at home? Is it 328 psi? Is it 164 psi? Is it 1312 psi? Or is it 656 psi? I see a lot of you saying 1312, Kitty. Is it right? No. Is it 656? No. That means it's either 328 or 164. 420B say, Kitty, I think it is 164. Take it. It is 328. Well done, Raven. Thanks to their very large head, and some of you have some big-headed friends, okay? Rotties have an impressively strong bite. Their jaws are stronger than German Shepherds and Pit Bulls, both. And with a bite force of 328 pounds per square inch. That's about twice the bite force of an adult human. That means you. That's the twice as strong as an adult human can muster. So think about that. Thank you, Potted Head. So, all right. Dude, you said who has a big-headed friend? One of you have big-headed friends, all right? That's what I heard. All right. What is the best place to keep a Rottie? Is it in the backyard? Is it in a house? Is it outside on a farm? Or is it in a kennel? Raven says in your bed as well, and I like that. I'm saying a farm. Everybody's loving the farm. It's not the farm. Is it the kennel? It's not the kennel. You got house or in the backyard? Let's go with backyard. Nope. Is it in the house? It is in the house. Very tricky question, kitty. They are indoor dogs. Rotties are indoor dogs. Because of their size and demeanor, people often think they should be kept as outside dogs. But it's about the worst thing you can do to a Rottie. They are members of the family and they need to feel that way. They are protected. They are very about protecting you. And they want to be part of your family. So if you put a Rottie outside, they're going to get a little bit spicy with you, okay? They don't like to be pushed away. They want to be loved and adored, just like you do in your spare time, whatever that might be in whatever you might be doing, okay? I don't want to know what you're doing in your spare time. Hello, Ron. Thank you. All right. How many breeds of dog are there worldwide? Is it 400? Is it 800? Is it 200? Or is it 1,600? How many dogs breeds are there worldwide? Yes, registered dog breeds. 1,600? No. 400? Yes. You guys are good. This is according to the World Canine Federation organization. There are approximately 400 recognized breeds of dog worldwide. There is some contention, though, between different organizations as to the exact number of dogs bred, as various kennel clubs argue about it. They argue about what is a pure breed dog, and in reality, most dogs have been bred by mixed breeding them together, which can also complicate that issue even further down the road. What dog, now we're not talking specifically now about Rotties. If you're coming into Meow with me, we only got a few more questions, and then we're going to have my first special guest of the night come on. All right, are you ready for my first special guest? If you are, say meow. Okay, what dog is known for its bluish black tongue? Is it the American Bulldog? Is it the Lopso Opso? Is it the Chow Chow? Or is it the Afghan Hound? Not the Struggle Cuddle. It's a Chow Chow. One of the oldest breeds of dogs is the Chow Chow. And they're known for their bluish black tongues. Some of y'all need to brush your tongue right now. They aren't born with this coloration, however. At birth, the Chow Chow tongue and gums will be pink. By 8 weeks, however, they will take on a bluish black color. Hey, thank you so much, Wolf Candle. What is the largest breed of dogs? Why they need Chow Chow one Chow? What is the largest breed of dog? Is it the Irish Wolfhound? Is it the Great Dane? Is it the English Mastiff? Or is it the St. Bernard? The largest, not the heaviest. Remember that. There's a difference. Somebody's saying Great Dane. Is it? No, it's not the Great Dane. Is it the Irish Mastiff? No, it's not that. What about the Wolfhound? Does anybody want to take Wolfhound? Oh, my cat's knocking over my streamer stand. He wants to come visit everybody. He's coming up. Is it? Ooh, is it the Wolfhound? It is the Wolfhound. Standing at an average height of approximately 34 inches from the withers or shoulder blades, the Irish Wolfhound is generally considered the world's largest or tallest dog. Okay? According to the legend, Irish Wolfhounds were guardians and companions of ancient Irish kings and were valued by the Celtic chieftains as dogs of war. According to some sources, they were, as the name implies, originally bred to hunt wolves. In spite of their impressive height, though, the average weight of an Irish Wolfhound is only about 120 pounds. The English Mastiff is generally considered the world's heaviest dog. In 1999, an English Mastiff named Kel weighed in at a whopping 286 pounds. For you over in the UK, that's about 130 kilograms. So, according to Kel's owner, her food bill for that dog was about $600 per week in dollars, if you will. So, welcome in, everybody. It's good to have you here. I'm ready for my first guest tonight. I hope you are ready to talk with them. Please welcome in my first guest. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you
Hello.
for the gift. Hello,
Hi.
Beastmaster. It's good to
And this
have
is
you on the
Remington.
show tonight.
He's acting shy all of a sudden. Remy, what's up,
It-
Bobo?
Now, okay, you said
Where?
his name is Bobo?
No, Remington. I call him Bubba. Sit.
Bubba?
Yeah.
What did you
He's
say
gonna
his
sit.
name
Oh,
was again?
Remington Gunsby is his name.
Oh, wait, Rubington?
Remington. Like the gun?
Remington. Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. Oh, that's so
He's telling me.
cute. Oh, what a handsome boy.
He's a
Who's
very
a
good boy too.
handsome baby?
Remy, hey, you good boy? Good boy speak? Good boy speak? Tell me. Yes, he's a good boy. I know he is. Good boy. Yes, yes. So, very
Does
nice to be
Remy
here.
do other tricks? Does he do other tricks
Okay.
as well?
So, yes, I've got him down to nonverbal commands now. Like, hang on, for instance, Remington. Good boy. So I can make him sit, lay down, stay, and give me his belly, all with nonverbal commands. It's kind of hard because we're in a tight space right now, but
Yeah, I understand. Well, is it maybe a medium view is better? I'm not sure. You
yeah.
let me know in the audience if it needs to be bigger.
So
When
this
did
is a
you
pit
get
bull.
Remington?
I've had him his entire life. I got him when
Oh,
he was 6.5 weeks old, and I've spent every minute of every day with him since. He is now 11 months old and fully trained for service, except for a couple different classes I need to do.
wow. So he's a service dog?
ESA for now. He won't be service certified for a little while. I'm taking my time with it because he had to learn to be an employee long before he learned to be a dog. And I just, now that he's older and getting the hang of things, I just want to take some time and let him live life a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, how old is he now?
He is 11 months.
11 months. Okay. So I mean, he's gotten big fast.
Yes, huge. He's 116 pounds. Six
Okay.
foot four is my height, and he can stretch and be as long as me.
Oh,
Yes. So,
oh goodness.
rather big dog. He's my
He
boy. Come on.
he's a baby. He's just a puppy still. What kind of dog is he? Is he a mixed breed?
Yes, he is.
What?
He is
Oh,
about, I'd say, right about 85% pit bull, and that would be Gator. His mother had some boxer in her, so he does have a little bit of a licking thing going on. But for the most part, pit bull, almost entirely.
well, I picked the wrong dog breed. I thought he looked like a Rottie. We could have done pit bull trivia.
That's what yeah, I was trying to say it in the comments, but it just kept rolling so fast, you know?
That's all right. Next time we'll learn about pit bulls. I know. Well, Kitty's not perfect. There's no doubt. But we
Okay.
did learn about Rotties tonight. Yeah, they're like
hmm
brothers. Okay.
They are
Um,
very similar.
where do you keep Remington?
Remington usually sits right where I'm sitting. This is his bed, actually. I just kind of converted it into a little place for me to be on the same level as him so we could all be seen in frame and all that.
Fair enough. Fair enough. And like, so he doesn't sleep on your bed. He has his
No.
own special spot.
Oh, no, no, no. For sure he sleeps in my bed.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
he would not be able to sleep without me, I don't think. He hasn't gone a full night
Aw,
without me his entire life, so wouldn't want
aw,
him to
he's
try
so
now.
funny. Yeah, does he hog the bed?
No, so he's gotten used to me because I'm a bed hog, and when I turn over in the night, I will knock anything out of my way in pursuit of that right position. So he's gotten used to me, and as such, he will kind of just put his neck or his head right here in my neck and cuddle up right on my arm. So he sits on the inside.
Oh, that's really sweet. And you said you've been training him, and how did you know how to train him, like to do
I've
those
always
specialty commands?
Okay, that is an interesting story. So I've raised a lot of dogs in my life. He's my first companion, as in I will have him his entire life, at 29 years old. However, I've raised many animals, and Beastmasters in reference to a certain attunement I have always had with animals. When I meet an animal, I get a certain respect and understanding with them almost immediately. So it was very easy, and I did the same commands. It's all consistency. The nonverbal commands were super easy as I did the same movements every single time for sit, lay down, stay, and then give me belly. And he has a shut off word too. So if
What is
I say enough and snap, another dog could be snapping in his face with his teeth and he will not respond at all. He shuts down.
Wow. Okay, this is it. That's very interesting to me. Um, and you know, it sounded like what got you interested in knowing how to do all of that? Like where is it because you just have naturally felt attuned to animals like you said before? Or where did that love come from? Or like that interest come from?
I lived a very, very tough life. And most of it has been strifed with, mental health issues and homelessness and a lot of things. And animals are creatures that love unconditionally. So they provided me a sort of sense of love where a lot of that was void in my life where I needed it.
Fair enough. I always say that animals are special. You know, and being that asked you that, what's your favorite part of being Remington's owner?
His personality. So he, like I said, he had to be an employee long before he got to be a dog. So he communicates with me in a very special way, like his grooming habits. When a dog licks you when you're petting them, it means that they like that, and when they dig in, it means get in that spot. I was able to immediately understand and work with that. So now he has advanced grooming commands where it's like nudges me with his arm or puts his mouth around my arm to move me to another spot. It's his personality has developed in such a way that I would never have guessed everything that he knows now. He never took food or water or treats from anybody else because I made him sit and wait at his bowls before I told him to go ahead. And that made him instinctively, he learned, well, I'm not taking nothing from nobody if daddy doesn't say go ahead. So
That's really clever. That's a very clever and intelligent way to go about it for sure. I love that. Does he do anything like naughty ever, or is he always a good doggy?
if I kick him out of bed at night, he'll get to chewing. Um, but I keep very little on the ground as I have his entire life. So I never had much of an issue with chewing. There was a couple things, but obviously very quickly he understood that unless I tell him it's a toy, he doesn't get to play with it. But if I go to bed and kick him out of bed, then he'll get a little rambunctious overnight.
I mean, I love that part. I love that part. If you're just coming into Meow and Me, welcome into Meow and Me. Meow means make each one
Thank you
want
very
it.
much.
We are a featured pet show here on the app. My first special guest tonight is Beastmaster. Please hit him with a favorite. The way you favorite him in the box here is by clicking on his name. A special thing comes open and hit the favorite on him. This is his dog, Remington. Okay, it is a pit bull mix and he's 11 months old. And isn't he super adorable? And we are talking dog right now. We are going all in on dog talk. Okay. Um, do you have to do anything? Thank you for all the gifts as well. Please make
Thank you
sure
so
you
much.
favorite all of my gifters. Um, do you have to do any special grooming of him? Like, do you have to throw him in the shower? Like,
I just
how
did.
does that
I,
look like? He's a big dog.
I just did. I had to take a seat into the shower, a chair with us, and kind of sit on the chair while I was giving him his shower. So yeah, special
That's
grooming.
like wait a minute. You were like literally put a chair in the shower and then he
Yes,
comes in and just you guys just
yes,
shower. Yeah, okay, fair. All right.
yeah. And I don't
He's
wash them a lot of times because I know that they need that oil on their skin. So a lot of times it's just a rinse off. But he would rather be in there with me than without me for that amount of time anyway.
fair. I actually have my cat who's like that. He likes to be behind me in the shower. It's
Usually,
very weird. Um, but for a cat, it's weird. Anyways, about Remington, what has something owning Remington has taught you about yourself?
that I am much more tolerant than I thought I was. He has he has presented challenges every single bit of the way. He was not always a good boy, and sometimes like this, he's still got that puppy energy, and it's hard for him to fight it and channel it. So we've become more active together in the last year. I've lost 127 pounds. So actually, that's another thing. Fitness. I mean, just the schedule of waking up and taking the dog on a walk every morning really got me into the habit of actually taking time to work out afterwards and wanting to be more active. So
Wow. That's a huge side effect. Like, or I don't know, side effect? It sounds like a pill you take every day.
yeah,
As
an effect
benefit or
benefit.
implication? I don't know. I don't know the right words, okay? Um, I will say this. Do you think that Remington can help, like, do you think Remington can read your emotions and kind of tell
Yes.
like what you're feeling?
So I didn't have to train him to be an emotional support animal. One night I was, and I hate to tell this story, but one night I was contemplating suicide again. And it's been 7 years, I think, since my last attempt and many years since my last hospitalization. So this was something very odd for me. And when it was happening, I was just sitting there crying, and Remington got up in my arms, and he was much smaller back then, but he got up in my arms, and when he did, he put his head right here in my neck, and he laid right here across my chest and did not move for 45 minutes. Didn't move. And that is so beyond a 6-month-old puppy, 5, 6-month-old puppy to do something like that. And when he did, I immediately realized what he was trying to tell me was that, he wouldn't want this world without me. So yes, I think that he knows when I'm overwhelmed. I think that he knows exactly when I'm feeling sad. I think that he wants to help with every bit of it that he can. Enough. I said enough. Let me go. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Yeah. So
Yeah, and I think that pets have a special place in each of our hearts, and that's what I love is people who love their pets and all of them, not just kitties, even though people thinks
the
it's only kitties that kitty loves, but I do love all pets. Um,
scaly babies too.
yeah, even the scaly ones. Bearded dragons are quite affectionate. Anyways, let's go to just a couple more questions,
Sure.
okay? Um, what's the best memory that you and Remington have so far together? Like a happy moment that you have together.
So I went on this date about 8 or 9 months ago, and he was just a little bitty guy back then. But I went before and went to Hobby Lobby and picked up some bandanas, all kinds of different colors, all kinds of all kinds of different colors. But he picked out one himself. It was black with red roses on it, and white designs, and that was his bandana. And as soon as I put it on him, he sat up for the first time, straight up on his front paws. He looked up at me and did not touch that bandana one time all night. He knew he was a spiffy boy, and he knew that he looked cute in that, and he didn't want to mess that up. So the first time I put him in a bandana was definitely one of my greatest memories.
Yeah, he was like, I'm wearing my gang colors, like gang
Yes.
gang.
And afterwards, when I put his vest on him, he acted just the same accordingly. It was almost as if he knew. So
Aww. Okay, in our last couple minutes together, it's hard to believe how fast our time goes when we're doing this. But in our last couple minutes together, can you tell me a little bit about you instead of Remington? Like, are you
absolutely.
streaming on the platform? Can people find you on social media?
Absolutely. So yes, I just started streaming a couple weeks ago. I'm growing amazingly. I never expected everything to take off at this rate. Yes, very much so. If you'd like to find me on Instagram, I'll drop it down here in the comments as soon as I exit. It's at Beastly BOI 420. I'm trying to get my own show kind of going for creative writing and poetry, and my place is a safe space for mental health. So if you're having issues or you feel like you're in a crisis and don't know who to talk to, feel free to shoot me a message.
That's super sweet. Okay, I want everybody in here to favorite Beastmaster, and once it's been done, put one in the comments. Okay, you lurkers in here, make sure you click on Beastmaster, favorite him, and then put one that you've completed the task. All right, we need to
Thank
follow the
you.
directions. All right.
And once I see all the ones, I'll drop Instagram again.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for
Um,
having me, by the way. I'm super appreciative of the opportunity to be here today.
Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate you coming out. This is your last chance to favorite Beastmaster. Get it done. All right, get it done. Thank you for being my first special guest tonight,
Thank
Beastmaster.
you
I'm
so
gonna
much.
let you out of the box now, okay?
Okay. See you next time.
Thank you. All right, so if you're coming in to Meow and Me, we just finished up with my first special guest, Beastmaster, and what a powerful testament to dog ownership that he shared with all of us tonight. I'm gonna try not to cry, okay? But what we are gonna do is talk about our pet of the week, okay? We do have a pet of the week this week, and it's an amazing pet, and I want to share it with you. Cue music. Here we go. Kitty, who is the pet of the week, you say? Well, thank you for asking me. Let me flip my camera and show you that it's Pebbles. Pebbles is my pet of the week this week. Here is Pebbles. Mr. Fox, your kitty has been nominated and accepted as our pet of the week this week. Okay? Look at how cute Mr. Pebbles is. Listen, oh, he's the baby. Okay, this is a baby. Meow. Purr. Congratulations, Pebbles, on being pet of the week. Please go check out Mr. Fox and ask him, hey, can I see Pebbles? Maybe he'll be able to get Pebbles and bring him out for you. Now, your pet can be pet of the week. All you have to do is take a picture of them, send it to me, tell me what their name is, and we can get them on for being our pet of the week as well. But now is the time we get my second special guest of the night in the box. Box boy, please request the box. Hello, box boy.
Hello, welcome. Thank you so much for having me back on again after all this time.
I'm so excited that you're here with us tonight. Now,
Thank you.
box boy, tell me who is your pet and what kind of pet you have.
Well, luckily she's just got up this time. Last time, if you remember, she was upstairs in the dark. She has literally just got up, and this is Mitzi. If I'm holding, you might want to let me medium rather than large because it's hard to work out where.
You might have to click the screen once to see. It's the other side. There she is.
Yeah, I have to hold it.
This is Mitzi. Hello,
This
Mitzi
is
love.
Mitzi. I'll try and get the camera on her. Let me just Won't be a second. Let's have a look.
You can click the camera one time.
Yeah, I'm going to do that.
This
Yeah.
will
Let's have a look.
disappear for you. Thank you, Nat.
Right, there we go.
So tell me about Mitzi. Like, where did she come from?
She was rescued from the local RSPCA, the rescue centre, when her mother was actually taken in when she was pregnant. So Mitzi and her siblings were born at the rescue centre, and at the time I was volunteering there, doing something called feline socialising, where you go around all the different, you go around all the different cats that are waiting to be rehomed, and you sort of spend a bit of time with them and sort of get them used to human interaction, because some of them are either strays or they're being mistreated and things. But like I say, it was unusual that I think it's the first time I'd seen a pregnant cat in there that was Mitzi's mum, who was called Saffron, who was also a tortoise shell. And but so when I first met Mitzi, she was only like maybe 6-8 weeks old or something, I think. And she had 3 brothers and sisters. Well, two sisters and 1 brother. And the brother was all black, but the 2 sisters were also tortoise shell. But I thought Mitzi was the cutest. The original name was Mittens because she had her little white mittens that she's got, you see. And let's have a look. See if she'll play with a toy. But yeah, I renamed her Mitzi for short. And this was like 12 and a half years ago, and I had to wait 4 weeks because they don't let them go until they're 12 weeks.
Okay.
Because they don't like them to be separated too soon from their mother. And then,
How did you come up with the name Misty Box
well,
Boy?
like I say, she was already called Mittens. Because the mother was called Saffron, they named all the siblings after herbs. So one was called Basil, the brother, and the sisters were called Marigold and Rosemary. But for some reason, Mitzi was the odd one out in many ways because she was called Mittens. But I quickly sort of shortened it to Mitzi. And yeah, I mean, like this was 12 and a half years ago now. And like the previous gentleman was saying, sorry, I forgot his username, but we've been sort of inseparable ever since. And I think he also said, he was talking about the intuition that animals have and that pets have if you're depressed or lonely or poorly. And I've always thought that pets understand humans better than humans understand other humans, you know. And it's certainly true with Mitzi. You know, she can judge my moods. And I was going to talk a little bit about the fact that she's tortoise shell. I don't know if people are familiar with it's like a weird hybrid of colours. They may be used to seeing calicos, which are similar. Thank you. But tortoiseshell cats are well known for being a bit peculiar and possessing something that they call tortitude, which is a bit like catitude, but it's tortitude is like even worse. She's very unusual, and I've talked before about the fact that she hates being picked up. She never gets on your knee. She's not a lap cat. She doesn't purr. She tries to purr, but it just comes out as like a heavy sort of breathing. She doesn't do that kneading thing with the paws, you know, when they go up and down. But yeah, she is very affectionate and she looks really grumpy at the moment, but she's wondering what the hell I'm doing. Sorry, it's so wobbly. But yeah, she will sleep on the bed with me every night. And it's amazing now cats and other pets they're 10% of our size, but yet they can sleep in a way whereby they take up 75% of the bed. So I often wake up with her sort of pushed me out off to the side of the bed or on top of me and things. No purring. I'm sorry, I've not been looking at the comments. She's trying to hold this iPad's. It's no purring or biscuit. I know. She is so weird. She doesn't like other cats and other animals. Well, I don't want to say other animals because she doesn't really encounter that many. She's mainly an indoor cat. She goes outside in the summer, but just in the back garden where it's enclosed because she's never really been used to sort of the outside world, and there's busy roads out there and things. So, but yeah, she's obviously pretty. She's just woken up because she's getting quite old now. 12 and a half, is it? She'll be 13 in June. They obviously start to slow down a bit.
Give us an example of a tortitude, Box Boy. When you say tortitude is worse than catitude, what does tortitude mean? Like, give us an example of tortitude.
It's sort of a sassy kind of, you know. Yeah, I mean, all cats are like this to some extent. It's just very much exaggerated in what they call torties. I mean, I'll let people look it up and decide for themselves. But one reason I will give for it, which might be controversial, is that all tortoiseshell cats are female due to genetics. There are 1 in a million tortoiseshell cats that are male, but that's just a genetic mutation, and they're sterile. They can't reproduce. So she's like 3 or 4 different cats rolled into one. You know, she's got white, black, ginger, sandy. I don't know what her father must have been. Maybe a black and white, I guess, or a ginger. But so they're all female for a start. Are all tortoiseshell cats. But what I particularly like about them is that every one of them they're all unique because of that. Well, every cat's unique anyway. I've never met two cats with the same personality, but the particularly in tortoise shells, and even more so than tabbies, the markings are so distinctive. I could pick her out of 100 different cats, for example, because she's got the very distinctive certain marks and things. And
She's got the cutest little mittens. Her little button feet are so cute.
yeah, I wish I could. If I could pick her up and show you her pads, which she won't like me doing, but they're all different colours as well. Some are pink, some are brown. She likes licking you like that.
Aw, she's giving you kisses.
Mm-hmm. She'll only tolerate it for so long. So yeah, some of the pads are totally pink. Some are pink and brown. Some are brown. She's just a very odd creature. She'll only eat her food if it's put there on the bottom step. I've tried putting it everywhere. She used to eat it in the kitchen like most cats would do, or there's a room upstairs where she sleeps. But she'll only eat it if it's on that bottom step for some reason, which makes it awkward to get up and downstairs. Sorry, I haven't been reading the comments, but if there's been any questions, do let me know. What was I going to say?
What kind of when you decided to get a kitty, like, is it because you have been a long time lover of kitty cats?
Oh yeah, I mean,
are you why did you say, okay, I'm gonna get this cat?
Well, I love animals, all animals, but especially cats. And I did grow up. I've grown up with a cat. I had a ginger and white tomcat that lived to be over 20 years old, and I got him when I was 8, and he was like my constant companion when I was young. And then I didn't have a cat for a few years, but I had a girlfriend who did have a black and white cat who used to. He was quite elderly and he had sort of health problems, and then so it was basically when after he died, I decided to get a kitten because by that point I was helping out at the rescue centre.
I every time I talk to you, I feel like I learn a little bit more. What have you learned about yourself?
Well,
from being Mitzi's owner?
Probably that I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for her, to be honest, because did go through a period. In fact, when I first got her, I wasn't too well with physical problems. But then after that, I developed quite sort of serious other issues, mental and health issues, and was extremely isolated for many years, on lots of different medications and having lots of treatments for both physical and mental. And basically, she was the only constant thing and the only reason to sort of get out of bed and to. It's proven if you've got something to care for and something to look after, it can make all the difference. Even, I think I've spoke before about it. They did an experiment where in old people's homes, where even if you give them a house plant to look after, to water every day and to what have you, it can make a massive difference to their lives because they feel like they've still got a purpose and they've got something to care for. It's often said that if you've got a reason to live, then that can make all the difference, So yeah, she just makes me smile every day. She's something I've got to feed her, got to do a tray, got to groom her occasionally, play with her. She still likes to play even though she's getting on. The only
when you groom her, Box Boy, what do you do for grooming a kitty cat?
I've got like a little grooming kit that she uses. I use a thick brush first because she's got quite a thick, dense coat, but it's not very long. It's not like it doesn't get tangled like yours, Chuck Norris would, for example, but not yours, not your own personal hair. Sorry.
Yeah. No, I have to comb him 3 times.
I was talking about your cat's hairs, yeah. But she does in the summer especially. You get loads off. And then I use a fine sort of flea comb, and then actually finish it off. Last thing she does is a chamois leather. Do you know what one of those is? It's like a
No,
thin
what
piece
is
of.
that? Is that like a leather
Yeah, it's
coat?
like what they used to wash cars with. I did bring a grooming kit down,
Oh,
but I don't think
okay,
I
like
do.
a shimmy. Like
Yeah,
Americans would call it a
a
shimmy.
shimmy. Yeah, that's right. It's really thin sort of leather. You wipe her down with that a few times, and it makes a coat really silky and soft, and
Oh.
removes any last bits of. So it's quite a long, complicated process, but she seems to love it. And the I don't know how long I've got left, but the other thing I was going to mention was that she is starting to, because she's old now. The only health problem she's got at the moment is with her teeth. Like a lot of old cats, they suffer dental problems. And I recently took her to the vets for her annual checkup and vaccinations, and that's why I'm called Box Boy, by the way, if anyone's wondering. All those boxes. They said she's going to have some at least 2 teeth extracted, uh, which is going to be a worry because she has to have first she has to have a heart scan to make sure there's no heart problems. Then she's got to be put to sleep and put under, anaesthetic, and have 2 teeth extracted, and then so that, which is always a risk and a worry. And of course, even if you've got insurance, I don't know if it's the same over there, but they don't cover dental. So it's going to be, the whole procedure is going to be like a couple of £1,000 total for everything.
Ooh, that's
So,
that's a
yeah, that includes the heart scan and the 2 visits to. Um, so yeah, it's starting to get a bit expensive now, and
Oh, I wanted to ask you before our time is up tonight, and I
yeah,
think
sure.
that this is a valuable opportunity, because you
Oh,
have been a
mm,
lifelong pet owner. I would
yes.
like to ask you, like, what recommendations would you have if somebody out here was, say, thinking
Mm,
about adopting a pet, specifically a
right.
cat? What would your
Well,
recommendations be, Box Boy?
my first bit of advice would be definitely adopt and don't buy, if you can. I know people like sort of purebreds, but to buy from breeders, it's got to be a registered, established, trusted breeder. With anyone that's buying from these people that are selling online or on locally, they're just usually breeding them for money and selling them, and they've not raised them properly. So definitely adopt if you can. Now, thank you. Yeah. Because an adopted cat, a rescued cat, I think will always give you more affection, and it'll be less prone to health problems, especially if it's a moggy, like a crossbreed among, that's the other thing I'd say is that purebreds are nice, obviously, and if they're bred responsibly, like Bengals and Burmans and what have you, there's some amazing, beautiful cats out there, but they don't tend to live as long as an everyday domestic house cat, as you'd call them, because they lack something called hybrid vigor, which is because they're a mixture of all different things. If you inbreed something like a dog or a cat, it'll always be susceptible to certain illnesses and injuries. Like they've taken it so far now that they've bred some dogs that can hardly see or whatever, or they're so distorted features. Um, so yeah, my advice for a pet owner would be don't worry about having an indoor cat as long as she's got room to move about. Like Mitzi's got full access to the house, and it would be unsafe to let her out any further than the garden, and she wouldn't want to anyway, because there's the biggest, easiest way for a cat to be killed is on the roads. And they'll tend to live longer as well if they're an indoor cat. So yeah, just do it responsibly. I guess that's the main thing, and prepare yourself. If you're getting kittens, try and get 2 at a time, because if you've got one, she's going to want all your attention, or he. And I found that out the hard way when I first got Mitzi. She didn't. I thought kittens just slept all day, but she was on the go for 23 hours a day and just constantly wanting to play. I couldn't believe how much energy she had in this like little ball that would fit in your hand. Unbelievable. And I was run ragged. So yeah, make sure you've got people think cats can look after themselves and that they're independent, which is true, but they do still have basic needs other than feeding, which is, like I said, grooming, companionship, affection, playing. It's very important that they express all these needs. I can't remember how many different needs it is they've got, but if they don't, that's when it expresses itself in other ways, like they'll be scratching your furniture or they'll be urinating where they shouldn't be. There's always a cause for that. If you've ever seen that Jackson Galaxy guy, the cat, it was amazing how he could sort of fix even the wildest cats, just by a simple, oh, you're doing this wrong, you're not. So yeah, that's all I was going to say. I do apologize, I haven't been reading the comments.
No, I think it's fine. Sorry. You don't need to
No, I can barely do one thing at once. So I can't multitask, but
you're fine. I want everybody to my last question before we've got to go.
Don't ask me about what I'm like as a streamer and when I stream. I'm not.
Okay, fine. We won't do it.
We won't do it.
I want everybody to hit Box Boy though with a favorite.
It doesn't work. I've been to favorite parties and lost favorites, so yeah, it's all about Mitzi.
Favorite, go ask the Box Boy about Mitzi. Mitzi is the star of Box Boy's stream.
It is. I think that's what a lot of people often come here just to see Mitzi because I'm just an eccentric old British man, so they'd rather watch Mitzi doing her shit, her stuff. Sorry.
We do love it. Okay. I thank you for being my second special guest tonight, Box Boy.
I'll get out.
Favorite Box Boy, he said, don't dare do it, Kitty.
No.
Okay, I won't. Thank you, Box Boy.
Okay, hang on a minute. Oh, shoot. I'll do.
He said, don't do it, Kitty. All right. We're at the Welcome into Meow and Me. This is our last part of our segment tonight. This is Pets in the News with Nashi, everybody. Nashi, what kind of pet tea do you have to spill this evening for us?
I was supposed to. I just thought I was here to talk about myself. I thought I was the pet. I thought I was the pet of the week. My bad.
You're the pet of the week.
So actually, I have a couple of short videos on two cats named Winston and Spooky. I kept coming across them on different various platforms, so I thought I would share them. This first video is a point of view of a cat when they realize that they are stuck with the spare human for the night.
Oh, not the spare.
Yes, the spare human for the night.
Where's Rick? Where's Rick? Don't care. Where's Rick?
The disapproval on that cat's face. That cat, that video since January 24th has had over 200,000 views. But that cat was not happy at the fact that it got left with the spare human. That's how my cats look when my kid is gone. Here's another one. This is with both cats, where the one cat is watching the other cat do he doesn't know what, but here we go. Oh, don't close. Yeah, so meanwhile, the one cat's like, excuse me, what are you doing up there? And the other cat's like, don't mind me, I'm just cleaning the vent. I mean, who doesn't want a cat cleaning cat thing? I had a much better line than that 5 minutes ago, but I lost it. If you don't use it, you lose it, people. I'm just saying, okay?
You don't use it, you lose it. Okay, this is Nashi. She is my special pet correspondent. She also is a featured show host here on the app, you guys. Don't forget to favorite Nashi by clicking on her name and tune into her featured show, Hop, Skip, and Jump on Sundays at 2 p.m. so you can learn where to go in this great big world. And if you've got some travels, you can be on her show as well.
Make sure y'all favorite her because she actually remembered that info. I didn't have to like type it up and send it to her in a chat as she was saying it. Make sure you favorite her. She's really on it today, you guys. Peace. Thank you for having me, Kitty Meow.
I love that for me. Okay, so we are at the end of the show. Oh, level up! Congratulations, Box Boy! Hey! We are at the end of our show tonight, you guys. You've been with us throughout the hour. Some of you have stayed the entire time. Thank you. For you who came in and said hello and then you stayed for part of it, thank you as well. If you want to be a special guest on my show, all you have to do is hit us up on Instagram and let us know, like, Kitty, I have a pet. I'd love to bring them on. It doesn't have to be a cat. It can be any pet, including reptiles and fish and everything, anything, horses, emus we've had, all kinds of stuff. So if you have a special pet that means something to you, we want to hear about it. If you have a pet that you want to submit in as pet of the week, all you have to do is submit a picture of your pet to my Instagram and let me know their name, and then we can get them to be our pet of the week as well. I hear somebody's got a chinchilla out here, and I sure would like to make them pet of the week. So if you know somebody like that, please let them know to submit their chinchilla in for the pet of the week. Now, I want to do a special shout out too to all of the gifters as well. Thank you to Box Boy, Kitty's Catitude, Kitty's Back Scratcher, Fairy Godmother, Ace Marsh, Faceless Devil, Cammy Wolfie, Cold Blooded, Mr. Moon, Kim Possible, Fred, Master, OG Vibes, Awesome Jersey Girl, Bashy, Pothead. Please go through and favorite all of my gifters. I definitely appreciate that so much. Okay. I also want to let you know that, pets are best to adopt, not shop if you can. Being that there are so many pets that you can adopt that need good homes. So please consider that when you're looking for a pet, that maybe your local humane society may be the perfect place to find your next pet. And it might be a lot cheaper as well. So both things, all of the things. And I think that we can definitely appreciate the love of our pets as two powerful special guests. Beastmaster and Box Boy both pointed out tonight that pets have literally helped be there and change their lives in moments of time when they did not